So I hope I don't fall off the tree. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today is February the 26th. I'm going to work on this Chinese hackberry that I planted about actually 25 years ago, 27 years ago. And it grew into a giant tree. And then I figured out I couldn't look through the window, my kitchen window, see the rest of the garden. So it was blocking the view. So I decided to get rid of it. But then I said, since it's such a nice big tree, it was like about 30 feet tall. Why don't I make it into a landscaping tree to complement my English garden here? And so I cut off the tree right here. And you see the stump is now almost, I'll say 2 feet in diameter. When I cut it off, it was about a foot diameter. And then I'm starting to cut these two off, and eventually I'll chisel all this off to have a little nice scar, healing scar, with the thing full over. So this is a Chinese hackberry that I started from a seed 27 years ago. The purpose of this video is to show you there's cross-fertilization between gardening, houseplant, and bonsai, and orchids for that matter, because the know-how are very much applicable from one to the next. And in this case, I think it's really wonderful that we learn how to shape bonsai, taking a raw tree into a shape bonsai tree. And the same technique, really no different aside from a scale factor, to turn it into a big tree, a big bonsai, in this case, a landscaping feature. And so that's what I do. So basically, this tree has been worked on for about 4 years. The first year was this part here, and then you can see I let these branches grow and cut them and cut them and cut them here, and to have more branches and eventually more ramification. And so the process is really no different from making a bonsai tree. And I think the know-how that you acquire from the bonsai, I think it's very helpful for you to, in terms of figure out how to shape your tree. Not even necessarily a traditional bonsai shaped tree, but almost any kind of shaping of the tree, your skill will be helpful. So with that in mind, then I'll just get to work quickly using this reciprocal saw. I got this from Harbor Freight, and these are all import from China. They're relatively inexpensive compared to the US made ones, and the quality is now becoming quite respectable. So with that in mind, then I just started working, in this case from bottom up. So you can see when I cut this off, it was, now it's all healed over. It looks like an interesting feature, but I would take a chisel, clean off all of these to make it look nice eventually. So I was just starting to go around. So this will all heal over eventually to give it an interesting feature. I shouldn't cut off so much. I should just trim off the top. It's a lot faster. They can be actually left to increase the thickness of the branch, but I'd rather have a cleaner look tree. So I hope I don't fall off the tree. So let me just worry about the overall look rather than the detail. The little branch can be left over to thicken the branches quicker, basically sacrificial branch. So I use my clipper along with my saw to gradually clean up the tree. Like this is actually easier with the clipper than the saw, which is kind of too big for the job. And like this, I like it to go out. And this branch, I maybe want something to come out this way. So I would cut off here. Okay, so this branch, I wanted to go out this way and this way instead of branching here. So I'll cut off right here. So this little cutter, if you kind of turn it a little bit, you can cut pretty big branches quite effortlessly. So this branch is all done. These little branches I can clean off later. And they actually, most of them would die off automatically, kind of girded by the growth of the tree itself. So this is done. So one branch is done. Now I have to work on the rest of the branches. So maybe the easiest thing is to let me stay on the ground and cut off as much as I can without climbing the ladder, and then climb the ladder to do the top tree. Like this one, I think this is an interesting feature. So maybe I should just let it grow a while before I decide what to do with it. So this one can come on, maybe go this way. And not much I can do about, need to be done with this bottom branch. I don't want it to, like, trees that grow in the wrong direction, but aside from that, you see the bottom one actually got girded off and died off by itself, so I don't need to clean that up. It will clean up by itself. So this branch will grow out and droop it down by its own weight. So the bottom branches are more or less done. And these, as I said, they will be girded and died off by itself as a natural way of the tree shape itself. Okay, I'm done up here. Okay, that's it. Well, the purpose of today's video is to really merge gardening, bonsai, and landscaping, and for that matter, orchid and houseplant into one video to demonstrate they're all related. What you learn from one area can be applied to the another area just as well and make things do well. So in the past, I've done a lot of video on turning a deciduous tree or a juniper tree into a bonsai. Today, I've turned this giant Chinese hackberry, and if you look at the leaves, it's quite large, but by the time when you make it into bonsai, the leaves can be quite tiny. So it's a very good material, popular material in China and in Taiwan. And this is being about the fourth or the fifth year. It was about a foot diameter, or a foot and a half diameter tree, and it was 30, 40 feet tall. I cut it off right here, and you can see it's thickened further and then start to branch out, and I play around with the branching each year. So what I cut off today is about the fourth year or so, and you can see all of that growth that I cut off is basically the growth in 1 year. And so as time goes on, the remaining branch will grow thicker, and there will be ramification, and I cut off again. And eventually I'll have a bonsai-looking tree in my garden as a feature. And this is actually my Japanese garden. And then I think the formality of the bonsai-shaped tree will really set off the garden. You know, when people visit, it will be ooh and ah. Well, that's what you want to get the admiration of your work. So I hope you'll do the same. Don't be bashful about cutting back a tree. It will grow back. Not so much evergreen tree, because you got to leave some green or else it will die back. And all these branches will shoot out. Next year, I'll be cut off branches again this big, and then the remaining branch will thicken, and eventually I will have a very balanced or balanced tree, bonsai tree in my garden as a formal setting. So I hope you enjoy this video and be bold. Go to your garden and start hacking and let it grow back and hack it again until you really get your design idea. But before you hack, establish a vision what you want to get it to, and then you cut it with the boldness, because don't worry about it, it will grow back. So I thank you very much for watching today's video. Click like, subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot of videos about gardening and bonsai and orchids. These are all my hobbies, and growing vegetable even. So thank you very much, and go to our website and sign up for our announcements. You'll be happy that you got an announcement of unusual material available. Well, with that in mind, thank you very much. I hope to see you next week.